Kinetic type series.
Let's start by watching some beautifully made motion logos based on great ideas. Here we are watching the Dixon Baxi portfolio, and Dixon Baxi is one of the best agencies making branding and branding that moves. This is a great example of a motion logo. Is the logotype for the channel 4 and is conveying or is representing the streaming concept with this very simple resource, and is just beautifully made. Then we are going to go to the Calango portfolio, and this is a studio from the Netherlands, and I want to show you specifically this example here, the minute cycles logotype, and this is really a great example by this very good design studio. And you can see that the logotype, wait for it, represents the wheel, you know, so easy, so effortless, and so clever. This is for me one of the best examples of why a motion logo really adds so much value to a wordmark. It's direct, it's clever, and it's really nice. So let's go for some theory, the why and how of a motion logo. Maybe you can think on more reasons, but I'm going to tell you 3 main reasons to animate a logotype. The first and most obvious reason is just to stand out from the crowd. Especially these days of social media and digital environments that brands live in, this is very competitive and very crowded, so it's important to add something that, you know, allows our brand to stand out. The second reason could be to add another layer of information to the brand. A logotype is a symbol that needs to work in a very direct and fast way to express what a brand stands for. That means what it represents. Any layer of information that is added to that logotype is going to be very appreciated by the public. So adding a metaphor based on motion, for example, let's say that we are making a logotype for a surf brand and we are adding there like the wavy motion that portrays or represents the waves itself. That's going to be helpful for the public. With the motion, we are going to give the logotype another layer of information and meaning, so that's important for new brands that are starting out. And the third reason could be to reinforce the attributes and perception of a well-known entity. Let's say, for example, Rolex, and I have an example that I made. So here we are in After Effects, and this is a non-commissioned work that I made this just as an exercise. This is something that you always can make. I encourage you to download any vector logo and just animate it to gain, you know, practice and to especially to think about how a logo should move. And this one I'm going to show you what I made. I wanted to represent the luxury of this brand. It's very well known, so you don't need to introduce Rolex to the public. You only want to reinforce the attributes that this brand already have. So everything moves very slowly and very, you know, there are a lot of gentle movements, very subtle stuff going on. So if you were commissioned by Rolex to do an animation for them, you should think about movements that portray luxury and sophistication.
Kinetic type series.